What's going on, party people? It's your boy Schnazzle. Welcome back to another episode of B-Town Stories with Schnazzle and Jerry. I'm Schnazzle.
I'm Jerry, and let's raise the roof, dog.
Let's raise up that roof.
LOL, LOL.
LOL IRL. So today, I think we're going to be keeping with this cultural theme in Bremerton, which I think is pretty interesting. I've been fascinated recently with kind of cultural shifts, just in general. And I think it's interesting. It would be interesting to talk about the fashion trends in Bremerton.
Growing up,
as we normally kind of wax on, like the nostalgia of growing up in Bremerton.
Yeah.
But to talk specifically about the seismic change that grunge brought into the picture.
Definitely.
So I think it would be fun to talk about like the fashion senses and trends and things that were kind of in the zeitgeist before grunge and then after grunge.
Yeah.
Does that sound interesting?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So
there's lots of funny, interesting, whatever you want to call it, different trends that happened in those days.
Yeah. So like pre-grunge was, when do you think grunge popped? Like 91?
Yeah, Nevermind coming out. Like that was like kind of that was the big shift because there was already grunge. That was already happening in Seattle.
So
but it was like
Mudhoney, there was like
Green River, Mudhoney.
The Gits.
Yeah, they were a little more punk, but they looked like grungers, It was just like I've always said, grunge to me is not music. It's a fashion. It's a style.
Very interesting point.
And people like, what are the best grunge bands? And I was like, you mean the bands that wore combat boots and flannels?
Yeah.
They didn't sound anything alike, like Nirvana and Alice in Chains, like polar opposites,
I think that's a wonderful point. So let's go before grunge. So now, but it was a more pure time, right?
Well, yeah, before it was like this thing that people knew corporations knew they could make money off of.
Yeah.
It was a thing, and 99% of people around here that weren't into underground music were still just dressing like 80s kids,
below the belt.
Yeah, above your budget.
Yeah.
That's what my dad called. He said, it's above he goes, you go there and you shop and something hits you. Oh, he said it hits you below the belt. Like you had to spend all the money, so you got punched in the nuts, basically.
So let's just talk about some trends. So did you ever peg your pants?
So I've always kind of been a husky guy. Clearly. So like I didn't wear and plus my parents were cheap as shit. So I wasn't getting 501s for school clothes. Yeah. I was getting like rustlers or some thick ass like cardboard fucking pants, Yeah. So like when I was like in elementary school or so, like I just couldn't do anything fashion wise because I just did not have the means to do it.
Yeah.
But like I've said before, like I got into junior high and I think my parents realized these kids are going to get beat up unless they get some normal fucking clothes, So I did. So I tried to get a pair of 501s. That shit it did not fit me properly.
Same. I had trouble with jeans. Too.
Yeah. It just wasn't. So I'd get like fucking pleated Dockers.
Okay.
And just wear cause they were comfortable and a little bit baggy,
Yeah.
And then Levi's came out with the, what were they called? Like the 507, and they were like wide leg fit.
Yes.
Or they're baggy. It was just called baggy fit.
Yeah.
And those worked, but you couldn't peg the baggy ones.
Yeah.
Then it ended up looking like fucking hammer pants,
But that was also a trend at the time, hammer pants.
Yeah.
So, the pre-grunge is like a simpler time in fashion.
Yeah.
You couldn't peg your pants, but I certainly did.
Yeah.
And you wanted to ride up a little bit so you can show off like
your ankle, your sexy ankle.
Your feelers.
Oh, yeah.
By the way,
or your little fucking like cut off ankle socks.
Exactly. Those were definitely in fashion. I distinctly remember the fucking hammer pants with Tony Cook and Matt Moskowski doing the fucking dance at the talent show and just killing it.
I didn't see that, but like I feel like there's a vivid like picture of it in my mind just because I can imagine it really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like going off like fucking.
They did the thing where they jumped over their leg and shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, oh my God!
Hammer, please don't hurt me, or whatever the fuck he said.
So let's just go down the list here. So what about the one earring in your left ear? Otherwise, if it was in your right ear, it meant you're queer.
Yeah, that was the big thing. Like even in like junior high, like I remember fucking all the cool guys, and elementary school. All the cool guys were getting their left ear pierced.
Yeah,
and I was scared because I'm a huge pussy to get my ear pierced, and my parents probably wouldn't have let me get it pierced anyway. So, but I thought it definitely was cool, and I wanted to prove that I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't no queer. So I hatched this great scheme to go in my mom's closet and take sequins off of her sequins dress in her closet and get some fucking super glue.
Come on, dude. So you put like some Liberace sequins on your ear with super glue.
I did. No shame. Well, there's a little bit of shame, but no one said a word. They just assumed. There was no back on it or anything. It was just like no one was like investigating to see if it was real or not, you know. But yeah, I definitely glued a sequin to my fucking left ear to promote my heterosexuality to my fellow sixth grade students at Cottonwood Elementary School.
I also lobbied to get my left ear pierced, which I think my dad let me do, which was super cool. I felt amazing and cool. And also at the same time I don't know if this is the Boz cut mullet. Is it around that time?
You know, a lot of that stuff kind of like just kind of gets lost in time.
Yeah.
I mean, everything happens so fast, you know, and like, you know how you like your youth goes by so fast and
totally.
Or it take forever, but it was all really close together, actually.
Yeah.
So like that could have been the same year that Boz cuts were popular. The same year I fucking put my fake earring on.
But I kind of think too that like the earring in the left ear craze was at the same time as like the Tony Hawk. Like you put your bangs spiked up and the other one hanging down. You know what I mean?
I think for me, that craze didn't start until I was like 7th, 8th grade, something like that. And, but it was all very close, like 2 years apart or something, you know, like in 6th grade, I had the fake earring. And then by the beginning of 8th grade, I definitely had the side spike Tony Hawk bangs.
Yeah. But like none of these guy trends compared to like the sheer fucking stratosphere in which women's hair went to.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like
the hair's Aquanet.
The body and the height
Yeah.
and just the sheer mass of the
That's-
chick's hair at this time was unreal.
It still like boggles my mind. Like when I see I'll look at the old yearbooks from time to time and just blows my mind. Like my sister was one of them, dude.
Yeah.
Her hair was fucking, I would say at least 6 inches off her head.
But like, it's just so wild. How do you get like, you know, like so much size to like a normal head of like girl's hair? You know what I mean? Like it was fucking crazy.
It's really about volumizing shampoo and blowing your hair out and an entire can of Aquanet each time.
Yeah.
Speaking of Aquanet, I used to love my mom did this blown out hair shit too.
Yeah.
Because she was so relatively young. But I love that she always had fucking Aquanet cans in her bathroom because you could
use it to spike your hair. Oh, and
it
you
was
could,
flammable.
Oh, yeah.
So I go out and I was like a little fucking pyro out back and fucking burn shit in the yard and stuff.
Yes, that's pretty great. It should also be noted that like women had the peg pants thing too, maybe more than the guys.
Yeah.
Right.
And they'd wear like white Keds with the peg.
White Keds,
bleached Levi's. Yeah.
With like some holes here and there if they were into Madonna and shit.
Yeah. Oh, that was a whole separate thing. The Madonna look.
Yeah. That was kind of maybe grungy. No.
You know, it's a little more like, looking back on it, it kind of looks a little more punk.
Yeah.
Or like new wave, you know?
Yeah.
Than like pop.
Borderlining on goth a little bit.
Borderline. Madonna, borderline. Yeah.
There was also jorts.
Dave Dudley is the first person I think of. the fucking jort master.
Let me ask you this, dude. If you were doing jorts, would you do the cuffed roll up? So there's like a cuff roll, or did you just cut them off and let go like kind of straggly cut jean at the bottom?
I did all 3 phases of jort.
Wow.
The original ones were just jeans that were hemmed up at the top above your knee, you know, and they were made like that, and they were super baggy. But anyway, so then after that, the next trend after that with the jorts was the rolled up. Like you cut your own pants and then rolled them up, so you couldn't tell that you cut them. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Oh, you rolled them inside.
No. On the outside, so you could see the cuff, you know?
Got it. Yeah.
And that, like, it almost looked cool. It looked cooler than regular jorts, in my opinion. But then, like, after that, it was just cut them off, you know, and let all the frayed ends hang off, you know?
God, it just came back to me like a rush. I remember I had a pair of body glove white jorts that were also like...
A
white jort that was also like an overall.
Oh, wow.
Which I would hang the front one
very
down.
hip hop, very 1990.
But so embarrassing to think of. God, damn.
I'm picturing you with like one of those fucking like what was that? Hypercolor shirt.
Dude, I had one.
And with the one strap of your fucking white jort fucking overalls.
I think I've mentioned this before, but Genera Hypercolor was just like essentially like a CSI Bremerton way to spot perspiration. Like you'd just be pitting out and like it would just, your armpits would be bright yellow and the rest of the shirt would be like brown.
So pitted.
What are some other good brands in this fashion craze?
I mean, a lot of it was like funny that we
also brands were paramount. Like everybody was talking about the brand.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, like it was funny that a lot of those brands were like associated with like beach culture. You ever notice that?
Yeah, interesting.
Like
OP,
body glove, fucking.
What was OP? Ocean Pacific.
Ocean Pacific. So it was all very like surf culture.
Yeah.
You know, and hanging out with your bros at the beach and messing around with chicks while, you know, in the night on the beach or whatever, you know. But like we didn't have any of that here. It was like cold and rainy and fucking the beaches are all rocks.
That's a great point. So like we were really susceptible to the marketing of
exactly.
Like it just didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like people like you saw
look.
Zach Morris wearing body glove and you were like, okay, that's cool.
Or all the fucking the cast of Kids Incorporated.
Yeah.
Fucking they were like they were setting the trends. Saved by the Bell and Kids Incorporated.
By the way, Mark Paul Gosselaar, super cool guy. He goes by MP.
Oh, nice.
Worked with him on Franklin and Bash.
Nice.
Yeah.
I really like his hair.
Yeah, he's a super great, really good fucking actor too. What else? Okay, what about Gotcha? Did that ring a bell?
Yeah, that kind of went in with like all that. It was kind of actually a little more. It was like borderline between kind of skater wear and beach wear. I feel like that was kind of like, and that made a little more sense for people around here to wear. Because I always thought wearing all the surf shit was weird.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I did it just because I wanted to fit in or whatever. But
and where did you buy your shit? The Bon?
I think it started out there and then Above the Belt when that opened, because that wasn't initially in the mall. Above the Belt.
Really?
I don't think it was there when it opened. And it came later. I'll have to like do some research on that. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't there when the mall opened.
Yeah. And I think during this time we'd go into the Bon, get like a Gotcha shirt, and then go up and get like samples of cologne. Jacques Noir. Right? And Polo.
Davidoff. Cool Water.
Cool Water was big. Yeah.
I was more into like, you know, spray on Old Spice cologne or Brute. So I just
by Fabergé.
I never got my own like fancy fucking like cologne or anything. So I just go in my dad's fucking bathroom and get like, a squirt of Brute.
Fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
Your dad was quite the ladies' man, though.
Yeah, like apparently the Brute was working, you know.
All right. What about this one? Bad Boy Club.
Definitely had some Bad Boy. I just love that like snarly little look on the little bad boy, you know. And that seemed like again a little more in tune with what was going on around here, because it kind of was like BMX skateboard culture kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, a lot less surfy, So I definitely was into that. All the cool BMX guys had all that shit. I remember wanting to be like them, so I got a GT Interceptor.
God, that's so lucky.
I know, and then Mike fucking dumped it in the yard and it got stolen. And now I think about that. What if he was like scandalous already at this point and fucking sold it to somebody?
Dude, I wouldn't put it past him.
At the age of 10. I mean, I think he was already listening to NWA and Eazy-E at that point. So it's definitely possible.
I don't think so, though. Yeah. I mean, if I saw just a fucking GTO chilling in a front yard at that age, I would just no hesitation. I would take it. Because it was like the fucking
and it was
the
chrome.
Cadillac of BMX.
It was brand new, perfectly chromed out. Had all the sweet. Remember the pads that had like the Vans checker pad fucking pads on them. Those were fucking sick on your nut bar and your fucking your handlebar.
Speaking of nut bar, here's another gay outfit I used to wear. Maybe you also. And I mean, in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have said it's gay, but it really is. Like a homosexual man would be wearing this. Birkenstocks with wool socks with a turtleneck and like a cardigan sweater.
Guilty as fuck. So I touched on this in another episode that me and Phyllis, my stepmom, were having some beef about some stuff. And, I threatened to do her physical harm or something like that.
Jesus.
And the next time my dad went out of town, she decided to turn the other cheek and try to bond with me.
Oh, okay.
So she took me shopping.
What?
And she's like, "Do you want to redecorate your room?" So she took me to, I don't know where it was at the time that we went, maybe Ernst or something like that, and bought me a new paint. And then we went to Kmart and bought some new posters for my wall.
Dude, are you serious?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Is Phyllis still around? We got to get a hold of her. Get her on
the pod. Yeah, I'm sure she has some other all these things that happened from her point of view would be interesting as fuck.
I know,
to see what her but she's still around. She lives in Arizona. But yeah, so she took me out and blah blah blah, and then she was like, "Do you want to go get some new school clothes?" And at the time, it was the fucking Birkenstocks, wool socks, pegged pants, cardigan with turtleneck.
God, what a whack style. I was so all in on it too. I was all in.
It was very Cosby Show looking fucking. Anyway, so I had that. I was in early 8th grade, and I think towards the middle of that grade is when I met all my skateboard buddies, and I just couldn't do that anymore.
This is I'm glad you brought that up. That's kind of like a nice segue. There was also a couple other honorable mentions. People wearing those 8-ball jackets, like the one from Seinfeld.
Oh yeah. Honey.
And the backwards Kangol hats and shit, that were kind of coming into the mix right then. But this is right at the precipice when the corner turned and it became grunge.
Yeah.
So all the stuff we've been talking about was before grunge, and now we turn the corner into grunge. And it started with flannels shit and chain wallets and we had who was all in chains and flannels?
So
which was a gang. It was
we had a gang. It was me, you, Robbie, and Adam and Eric, I think.
Oh yeah, okay.
We were the Moster crew, basically.
Yeah.
We had our little gang called Chains and Flannels, and we'd all went and stole dog collars from fucking Snag and Save or fucking Fred Meyer grocery store in Silverdale, and drilled holes in our wallets and connected them to our wallets. And we're Chains and Flannels, very scary gang. we were smoking weed out of this bong in the Moster that had, I think it was you that made a special little holding area for this little 1-foot bong we had, and it had fucking 6-month-old Mountain Dew in the water bong.
Ugh.
And it smelled so fucking bad. Anyway, I remember when that spilt, it was not good.
That's fucking hilarious.
But
dude.
yeah, chains and flannels. But yeah, when Nevermind hit.
And I think you were talking about this earlier. I think the penultimate or the ultimate style of grunge started with Eddie Vedder. Really? Like the flannel side of things.
Yeah, and he like rocked that look for a long time.
Yeah.
Like if you picture Eddie Vedder, you picture combat boots,
Yep.
fucking thermal underwear, some sort of cut off short or camo shorts,
Yeah.
with a band shirt, leather jacket, weird hat on sideways or something like that.
Like that bass player had that weird like.
Yeah, Jeff Ament. Yeah. He had that weird like taxi cab driver fucking hat.
Like the AC/DC
And then,
guy wears. Kinda.
Even if it was like summer out, he'd be wearing the shirt with the leather jacket and then have his flannel, just to have the flannel with tied around his waist. Like that's like the quintessential grunge look, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, there was variations on that throughout all the other bands and the scene at that time. But that was definitely, for Kitsap, the time that if you weren't a jock or a bro or a preppy and you were like in the alternative world, that's the way you went. You went grunge, and that's what you looked like now. You know, I remember very specifically going to fucking buy my first Alice in Chains shirt and fucking I just shaved my head. I was not dealing with this side spike, fucking Tony Hawk bang shit anymore.
I shaved my head too. Actually, I got a girlfriend when I was skateboarding, and I had like long hair. And I remember your brother used to call me like Van Gogh and shit and clown me on how.
Oh man, I forgot when you had long hair. Yeah. I just remembered it right now.
And like I went from like the side spike into starting to skateboard and then growing my hair long. And then I got my first girlfriend, and she was just like, "Cut your hair, fag."
Yeah. Was that April?
April Sanders. Yeah. She was great. Like, just like, you know, she was like in the skateboarding kind of punk scene earlier. So I shaved it off completely, and I kind of never went back from that. But
you know who had a lot of influence on my style in the earlier grunge days was Jamie Jackson.
Yes.
She was extremely hip.
Rest in peace. God, it so sucks that she had to pass away.
Yeah, like her and Jessie, who also passed away in the same accident. Those were like the coolest chicks there were. Like they just like knew what was up with everything.
What was Jessie's last name again?
I cannot remember for the life of me.
And it was a car accident, right?
Yeah, they were tripping.
God damn, she was so cool.
York was supposed to go with them that day.
Really?
They were all three at alternative school, and they were supposed to go on a field trip. And they're like, "Hey, let's ditch the field trip and go eat acid."
Yeah.
And Chris is like, "I'm just gonna go on the field trip," and didn't go with them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he would have been a casualty as well.
R.I.P. Jamie Jessie. But yes, she was absolutely the front runner in like the grunger fucking look.
And she was like way into like all these like underground, like fucking, like not underground punk bands, but like underground alternative stuff that I didn't know about. Like,
she was like into Skinny Puppy and shit.
Yeah, and she was like first person that ever played Me Violent Femmes, like fucking stuff like that. She just knew what was up.
Yeah.
But she was like on top of the fashion though. Like that was her big thing. Like fucking, she knew what was up.
Yeah. Well, I want to say like, so there was also other cool, like, so there was clothing trends associated with the grunge movement. Like everybody had, what kind of shoes were you rocking? Like, did you have boots? Like I had for sure Doc Martens steel toes at one point.
I never could rock the Docs, man. They just hurt my feet. I've even tried this like way later in adulthood. Like, okay, maybe my feet will work with Docs now, and like, cause I need a new work shoe that's slip resistant or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll order like a $200 pair of Docs off of the internet, and it's just so uncomfortable. I try to wear it one day, blisters. Send them back. I got to go with Keens.
Yeah.
Keens. But back in the day, it was Pro Wings throughout elementary school and early
Pro Wings are rough.
Junior high. Yeah, that's pretty rough. XJ900s, all that shit. But everything was a knockoff of a like major brand, you know. They were like the store brand.
Yeah.
But I kind of went back and forth. Like I remember that one time Phyllis took me clothes shopping and wanted to splurge on me a little bit so I wouldn't, you know, do harm to her or something. Whatever she thought was going to happen. She bought me Bo Jacksons.
Oh, wow.
Which were sick, dude. Yeah. And I wanted that shoe. But it kind of worked with my like skater style at the time because I was wearing a lot of There's a great picture of me, my 8th grade picture with a Vision Streetwear shirt on with the whole Tony Hawk thing. But I was wearing Bo Jackson's.
Maybe we can find some pictures of ourselves and put them on this.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I have a few
that
are like floating on my Facebook somewhere that I'll dig up and we can add it to the YouTube.
Okay. Yeah.
But I definitely have a couple with these late 80s, early 90s styles.
Did you ever like take the boots? Oh, you said you didn't have the boots, but do you remember like there was the paint pens on the boots?
Oh, yeah.
That was like super grungy.
I was all about like graffiti on my clothes. I remember when you kind of introduced me to fucking a bunch of punk bands. I remember like, so I was still grunge, but I was learning about punk. And I remember I had these like cut off jorts, but they were like below the knees. So they were almost like capri pant level, but they were baggy. So it looked pretty normal, you know? I very specifically remember I asked you to fucking draw Suicidal Tendencies logo.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah, and it was like right over the knee. It looked perfect. It looked exactly like their logo. And there was like a fucking Misfit skull on there too, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely like always fucking find a Sharpie and color out the white sole on my Chucks or something like that, you know, just to customize them a little bit, you know.
Totally.
Make them mine.
There was also, I think, grungy type stuff associated with smoking cigarettes that kind of came with it around here. Like, did you ever give yourself? Okay, so like there was this thing that everybody used to do. They would take a Bic lighter and heat it up upside down.
Oh, the smiley
and
face.
Give yourself a little smiley face burn right on above your thumb, between your thumb and your index finger on that little flap of skin.
Yeah. So
I wonder if I still have a scar from it.
You can see a little bit left of a scar on my right hand.
Oh, I see a little bit on mine too. Yeah.
Yeah. But there was a point even when I was in my 30s where you could see pretty much a face on there still. But it's like I think my hands have wrinkled enough in my old age where you can't tell if it's scar or just old age at this point. But yeah, I was like, I'm going to be tough. I'm going to fucking burn myself.
Yeah. So stupid. Do you remember the Lucky cigarette?
Oh yeah. Mine was always third from the left in the front. Flip a Lucky.
Yeah. So like if you open a pack of cigarettes, then you take one out and turn it upside down, and that was called your Lucky.
And then you'd smoke that one last.
Yeah, and then it was also kind of useful if people tried to bum cigarettes off of you and be
I
just got my Lucky left.
Yeah, sorry.
I just got my Lucky.
And that was like completely understood.
Yeah, and you're like absolutely.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Why didn't you tell me sooner? Now I totally get it.
Exactly. Speaking of lighters, though, and flannels that we were just talking about. Yeah. Do you remember fucking lighting flannels and burning the lint off of flannels?
Oh, yeah. That was a good strategy.
Yeah, and it would just fucking like, this flame would just go whoosh and just like almost catch your hair on fire if you were rocking it a little longer. But that was cool.
You wouldn't want to do that next to like a rocker chick with all the hairspray.
Yeah.
Bam!
They might kill you.
What other kind of trends were associated with this? Oh, you know what? Everybody was making like beaded necklaces. Do you remember that? Beaded shit.
Yeah. That was
kind of a big popular craze there for like 6 months. Maybe.
Yeah, it was like they were kind of friendship bracelets. People were giving them to each other.
But you would get little wire, and then you would go to that bead store. What was the bead store called?
Baubles and Beads.
Oh yeah.
Which I always remember.
Was that where Ross is now?
Yeah. It's like a Thai restaurant now, I think.
Got it. I love that Thai restaurant.
Steal.
Fuck, that's where it was. That chili Thai, right?
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Oh man, I love it.
We would steal. I mean, how much is a fucking bead though? Like 8 cents.
Well, yeah, they were like 10 cents a bead for like the good ones, and you could buy packs of like small different colored beads.
Yeah. For like the like generic, but then you wanted a bigger one that popped out, and made like this
like
little,
a centerpiece.
Yeah, a centerpiece exactly.
Yeah.
But we would just go in there and just jack beads. I was like, really? Stealing beads? Not looking back on it. It's like, we'd just steal anything. Like, I had no problem. Just like, I deserve to have this because I don't have any money. Like, it should be mine. But yeah, we made a lot of those fucking bracelets. I was like really bad at tying them off or making cool designs. Like, just one of, I don't know, just like felt like something I wasn't really good at doing. But I would steal them and give them to Dave and John or my brother or whoever that were making them. just because I like to steal.
Yeah. No. So yeah, man. I mean, that was kind of a cool like little wax session. It was interesting. Like if you look at the totality of, grunge and how it impacted and how it really just hit with the fashion and like the zeitgeist around here.
Yeah.
So, and then from there, people started getting into punk, but the first kind of universal aesthetic for people, like the way they dressed and kind of carried on, really was that first wave of grunge. It was so fucking popular.
Yeah. And I remember though, the very moment I was like, I was officially a punk when I heard Pennywise.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cutting my hair off, getting rid of the combat
Same
boots.
here.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done.
Adam Russell showed me some punk rock. I heard punk rock in 9th grade, and then my girlfriend was like, you should probably cut your Van Gogh hair, nerd. And I did, and never looked back. But I think that's a wonderful place to wrap today, buddy.
I'd just like to add,
Sure.
I really, really fucking wish I still had that Alice in Chains shirt that I had. Like, I had scrubbed the internet for it, scraped the internet for it, and it's nowhere to be seen. Like, if I had it, it'd be worth like hundreds of dollars. But it had, the sewn out eyes guy in the Man in the Box video.
Yeah.
So it had like a cartoonish, like evil cartoon looking version of him on the front. And then on the back in big old bold red letters all the way down, it said Bleed the Freak, which is weird because Bleed the Freak's a different song.
Yeah.
Where they used the guy from the Man in the Box video. But it was the coolest fucking shirt I ever fucking had.
That sounds rad.
I stole it from Fred Meyer's. I don't know if you remember, but like if you went in the Fred Meyer entrance where the Subway is, the whole shoe section was like the alternative clothing section.
Yeah, I
Like,
totally remember that. That was amazing.
studded belts and bracelets and every band shirt you could think of and fucking skinny jeans and Doc Martens. But it was so easy to just take shit in the dressing room there and just fucking put it on and put your clothes on over it and just steal it. Like, I like this deal.
Good times. Maybe for Halloween next year, we can go, me and you can go as like, somebody can go pre-grunge fashion.
Ooh.
And then somebody can go post-grunge fashion.
Well, since I'm balding, I'm going to have to be I'm going to have to be grunge. You're going to have to be like hipster 80s guy.
All right, I can do that. I'll get
Like-
my Jort overalls
Get
and like
that,
a body glove.
And right now,
striped
just
shirt.
start growing your hair out a little so you can do the Tony Hawk. Like,
Love
mix it up,
Yeah.
You'll be 80s skater plus like hip hop plus like prep.
I love it.
You can go just from head down and just change styles as you work your way down.
I will
your
start
body.
building my costume now, sir.
Nice.
Anyways, thanks for joining us on this episode of B-Town Stories with Schnazzle Simpkins and Jerry Lagar. I'm Schnazzle.
Hey, I'm Jerry Lagar, and I just want to say, fucking take her easy.
Hey, we're back again. Schnazzle and Jerry in Bremerton. Talking some shit and spilling some tea. Telling me just
B-Town Stories is a Red Cobra production, created, produced, and written by Schnazzle and Jerry. The theme song created by the Supple Dongs and logo design from Darren Chalman.